Okay, so we start for the next lecture right now. This is the topic insight into mind, and especially the mind section of the entire repertory is the one that is the most exciting part in the entire repertory section. And the three people who have mainly contributed into understanding the mind section, I've just put them across. Kent majorly worked on the mind section. Through his Swedenborgian concept, he could actually form rubrics studying through Materia Medica Pura and Allen's Encyclopedia. Then you can see there Dr. M.L. Segal. Again, he has been a pioneer in understanding the mind rubrics. And what he did is something very innovative. Just if a patient is talking normally, just by a normal talk, he could pick up the rubrics. Many rubrics which we never used ever in our life, he could understand that. And obviously, Dr. Sankaran. The major idea, what when I go through the entire literature of Dr. Sankaran is, you know what he, if you put an era to the repertory, the era before Sankaran and era after Sankaran, before Dr. Sankaran, the entire era was of objectivity. So patient says, I have craving for sweets. So you see, desire sweet. What he did was he made the objective materia medica into a subjective materia medica, which means many rubrics which come into the delusions, which come into the deliriums, which come into the dreams, we started using because he started forming a materia medica, which for the first time, calcarea is not fat, fair, flabby, but calcarea feels insecure. So this is the main thing what I wanted to put across. So mind rubrics, and I'm going to directly come to the main crux of it, and I believe this is the most important thing in mind rubrics. I'm going to quickly take you to about few very important rubrics. What are rubrics? How to understand the rubrics, how they are formed, how patients talk, and whatever your suggestions are there, I would really like to answer them towards the end. Now, how to understand the mind rubrics? This is the way I have tried to tabulate in my mind. How do I understand it? So for me, to understand the mind rubrics, it's basically into three steps. The first step is getting familiarized. So it's important to know what rubrics exist. I believe this is the single most important thing, not just in the repertory, but especially in the mind section. You should know that that rubric exists. If you don't know it, it's a problem. So it's very important to browse through all the rubrics. That's what I do. I go through the entire rubrics, the sub rubrics, so I basically have an idea what rubric exists. So when patient talk, I can quickly make out, okay, it could be here, or it could be here, or it could be here, and then I keep on checking. The second point is the word origins. I'll be talking about it in details. How to understand what that rubric exactly means. What Dr. Sankaran yesterday spoke about, exactness. So you need to exactly understand what that particular rubric means in context of the provings. And the last and the most important part, you need to understand the cross references. You need to understand what is difference between obstinate, contrary, demanding, stubborn, for example, defiant. You need to understand these are different things. And when a patient says, how do I quickly differentiate? At some point during your case, you should be start to play with the rubrics. When the patient says something, you should start playing with it. This is what you need to reach at. So let's start. So I'll take you step by step. I'm going to share with you very short cases, how patients spoke, how I understood it, and how it helped me understand the repertory a little bit more. I'm just talking about the short case excerpt, not the entire case. Okay, so now we come to a important thing here. And I'm going to give you some ideas about how I look at repertory. Some of them are just some thoughts, some ideas, but it helped me a lot to understand. So the qualities. So one form in the mind section, let's have a look here. Mind section, where are you? Mind section. If you have a look at the mind section, and you can, like how in the entire chapters we have different chapters like vertigo, head, eyes, vision, ear, hearing, right? In the mind, in my mind, I too have some chapters. One chapter is qualities. What do you mean by that? For example, this is a quality. This is a quality of a person, affectation, trying to impress. There's a quality. If someone, someone is a beggar, doesn't have money. Arey, how much money you want? Take it. We'll go out of the way to help, right? This is a quality in him. You can't change it. This is the way he is. For example, benevolence. Benevolence means what? Benevolence means to do well for the others, like a charitable. Bene means volans, wants to do it for others. So this is a quality. This is the way he is. You ask, what is the feeling there? He won't say, Arey, aise hi hu main. So this is what is called as a quality. So in the repertory, there are certain rubrics which define the qualities of a person. Like benevolence, like cruelty. That's the way he is. If cockroach is there, he'll go and smash it. That's the way he is. Okay, let's go ahead. I'm going to take you very slowly and give you some ideas. Okay,